All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church Congregation. Come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to jump into this video. We're going to be talking about a rap artist out of Chicago, Illinois, named Lil Durk. Lil Durk is a internationally known rap artist, has had a lot of success in rap music, and he is considered to be a drill rapper. That's a genre of music that is originates out of Chicago, Illinois. And Lil Durk is a pioneer of this drill rap music sound and culture that it has become. Anyway, that's the backdrop. Now, this artist, he's got kids. He's done planted his seed, and these seeds have sprouted into children. And he has a son who is 10 years old, who has been recently in the news for something very tragic and something very terrible. I think that it deals with domestic violence. Now, his son, who is 10 years old, I don't know if it's his oldest son, I believe it's his oldest son, um, is allegedly the person who shot his stepfather in an altercation with his mother. So his biological mother, in the video, you can hear some arguing, you can see, you can hear argument, you can hear, people upset and yelling and, escalating and trying to de-escalate, right? So some people are escalating, some people are in there de-escalating, trying to de-escalate. And so you hear a shot go off. And after the shot goes off, the video really doesn't show clearly if he's done it. This is why it's still allegedly, because it's not clear. But it seems like the person who has control of the footage and wanted to make sure the video got out was the stepdad. Now, listen, this is Street Church. We're gonna lay it all out. Why? What is a good motive for this man wanting to make this go public and to say that he got shot? Well, the name behind the son, which is Lil Durk. So it could be just to garner attention. It could be to scare the parties involved into a settlement lawsuit. He could be going for a lawsuit. He could be going for publicity so he can set himself up for interviews later on. But if this is the case, and this is what this ends up being, then no matter if he was shot by Lil Durk's son or not, this man is a slime ball. If the interviews don't come organically from the tragic and it's all for him to just set up his little run on doing interviews for money and publicity and trying to get a lawsuit, then he a slime ball, period. And he probably was a slime ball towards Lil Durk's son's mom, and he got shot. And most likely he probably got shot and it was the right thing for the son to do. Also, the son could have been seeing years of abuse, verbal abuse, physical threats, even physical assaults towards his mom by this man, and decided he had enough of this man doing this to his mom and seeing that it could go bad, and did the right thing by giving this man a shot to that, getting that boy shot in that. Pew. giving him that wake up call he need. Because we just had an incident where a child had to defend his mom to the death, to where a career criminal, um, I just did a video on it. In Chicago, it was a young child in Chicago. I think he was 11 years old. He ended up being killed by the man trying to stab his mom to death. He was stabbed to death in place of his mom, fighting for dear life. So, given the fact that this was in Chicago, most likely, right? Or we're dealing with people from Chicago, right? Lil Durk's son, probably born in Chicago, probably know the environment, know how it can go tragic real quick in Chicago, know the drill scene in Chicago, and knows that you don't have a lot of time to to make decisions that will mean life or death for you, your friends, your families, the people in your circle. So he probably did the right thing. Um, and I don't care what anybody says. This is street church. I'm gonna lay it all out. And he definitely did the honorable thing if the stepdad is not a stand-up guy, right? Now this man done already started to make his uh, plea to the public that he was wronged after doing Lil Durk's son so right in life. He was done wrong. This was wrong. This was a wrong done to him. Now, if that's the case, uh, Lil Durk's son needs punishment, right? He needs harsh punishment. He needs therapy regardless, right? He should get therapy. This will give him PTSD. Is that what it is? Post traumatic stress syndrome. So this will give him that. This will be tragic and this will be traumatic for him to have to make an adult's decision like this to shoot his stepdad. But um, this is not good, right? This is not good. This is not good for a young child to have to already make these types of decisions. But if he was defending his mom and doing what was honorable to protect her, to preserve her life, and possibly his life and those who were around at the time of this incident. If not, he needs to be dealt with. He don't need. He don't need one thing he does not need, and I'm going to say this. He doesn't need for this to be glorified. He doesn't need his dad to approve of this in a gangster way. Do y'all get what I'm saying? He don't need to be proud of his son for this. He needs to if his son did it and was in the right, then acknowledge that he was in the right, but let him know that sometimes it's not for him to take the law into his own hands. And if he hasn't already been giving him real training, right? And teaching him gun safety and gun laws and things of that nature so he can be more smart about access to a weapon before he does something to where he no longer has legal access to a weapon, right? Become a felon and then loses his rights, right? I think that's the Second Amendment to bear arms. And I just thought about the First Amendment is freedom of speech, and the other one is to bear arms, and you need to bear arms to maintain your freedom. Look how they put that together. Okay. Anyway, that's a video for another time. But anyway, the one thing is he don't need a bunch of dudes, street dudes, giving him dap and praising him for that. It still needs to be conversations about that in a manly and honorable way, not in no gangster street way. Don't turn him into a gangster. Don't turn him into a bully. You know, have a conversation with him that will make him a man about bearing arms. Do it the right way, Lil Durk. That's for you if you see this video. Talk to him in a manly way. Don't brag about this. Don't praise him for shooting this man. You know, acknowledge that if he was right in shooting this man to protect his mom from being harmed, physically, severely injured, severely harmed, even to the point of her being killed, murdered, then yes, he did what was honorable. But have that manly conversation with him. Don't have that street conversation about guns. Don't do that. Talk to him about a man about what he did. Have some wisdom. Give him some wisdom. Give him some knowledge and some understanding about, and let him know the seriousness of what actions he took. But yeah, I'll give y'all some updates if I can about Lil Durk's son allegedly shooting his stepdad. Um, there's a video out, and there's plenty of other YouTubers who have done videos on this that might have more details. So feel free to go check them out too. But look, this is Street Church. I'm going to let the congregation out. God bless.